Hey guys, it's KayMae18 and welcome back to my channel. So here is part 2 of the first speed build of the home thing that I started, I guess. So we left off with the mudroom and now we are starting on the first floor bathroom. So yeah, I kind of used a few of like the Parenthood pack stuff, and I don't really know what I wanted this to look like. I just wanted it to be very earthy tone colors and like home kid friendly looking. Like there's a wealthy family living here, but they have like 5 kids and everything's kind of tailored to the family's personality rather than the family's bank account, if that makes any sense. So yeah, except for a few things, like where the garage is. Anyway, we'll talk about that garage part when we get there. But yeah, I just wanted to be like a family-friendly home. Since this is a very large family, there needed to be several bathrooms so that everyone could get in the bathroom when they need to, and yada yada yada. But yeah, so I wanted to finish the Q&A tag in this one, the AweSim tag in this video. So let's get started with that one. So okay, so the next question on the list was, who is your favorite sim from the game? The Sims, The Sims 3, The Sims 4, or a sim that you created? If the sim is your creation, tell us something about him or her. I don't know. I would have to say, like right now on The Sims 4, my favorite sim is the sim that I did create. Her name is Demi Peterson, and I think she's so pretty. Like, I used custom content, I like knew how to do it and stuff, and she came out really, really pretty, and I don't know. I really like her. She's really funny, and she's the first sim that I've tried to like do all the aspirations for, so her skills are really, really high at this time. And actually, like, her family is the family that I want to move into this home that I'm building. So since I'm watching it right now, this is the pantry, and I wanted it to be really full, but I wanted there to be like different things that were in there. Like there's candy, obviously, so then you know that like there are children in the home, and then there's just tons of stuff, like tons of custom content that I thought I would never use, and I used it for this build, so I thought it was really cool. Anyway, but yeah, so she's one of my favorite sims, but then her daughter is actually really funny. Like, she does the most weirdest things. Like, I didn't think that a sim could be spontaneous in a way, since we're controlling all of their lives, but she's a toddler and she just does whatever she wants. She'll start making a hot mess and start crying and being sad for no reason. She's just a really funny character and I love it. The next question: if you are a sim, if you were a sim, I guess, what will be your traits and where would you live? Okay, if I was a sim, I would live in, I don't know. I would probably live in San Muscino, I think. I don't know if that's what it's called, but or how to pronounce it, but I would live in one of the apartments in City Living. And my traits would be creative. Alright, so my traits would be good, creative, and clumsy. Definitely. So the next question is, do you use custom content and mods in your game, and who's your favorite creator? I don't have a favorite creator, but I do use custom content in my games. I don't use mods in The Sims 4, but I did use mods in The Sims 3, and I think it was like the story progression one, and NRAS. I never really figured out how to use it, so I prefer not to use mods anymore. So yeah. The next question is, which expansion pack, stuff pack, game pack is your favorite one? My favorite expansion pack would have to be City Living. city living was I was so excited to get that, like to have apartments and to see like these cool cultural like festivals coming through the town and stuff, and it was just awesome. Like I love it. I love it so much. My favorite Sims 4 expansion pack by far. So yeah, definitely my favorite. Um, the next question asks, now when The Sims 4 is out, what do you want to be brought back in the game? What do you miss the most? I don't really know what I miss because I didn't exactly have all of the games from The Sims 3. I can say that I do miss um having an open world, so like not having tons of loading screens, and I definitely miss having like the world tool where we could just make our like place a lot wherever we want to on and like basically anywhere on the map, because I feel like we don't have enough space to like create our own homes and builds and have them in our own like world unless we completely destroy what was originally there. So I don't know. I just wish we had more space. I know that we got, I think it's called New Crest, or we actually like got a map that was completely blank, but it's still not enough. Like I don't have to build an entire place out of out of nowhere, but then at the same time I want to have enough room that if I want to expand like my Sims family, they don't have to go to a different like map or a different world. They can just be in the same neighborhood. So I definitely miss that. And the last question is, who do you tag? I mean, I don't really have a lot of friends on YouTube or anything. So, I mean, if any of my subscribers wanted to go and do the same tag, you can comment it down below and put your questions or make a video and do it. So yeah, I think there are a few minutes left. So I guess I could talk about this build. So right now I'm kind of just like trying to fill up the space in the dining room. I wanted to create like the seating area where the Sims could just like sit down and read a book or like drink some wine or something. I don't know. That's why I put like that bar cart there. Like I thought I could find like a wine bottle or something, but I didn't. So I just put like some plants. And then I really wanted to have this wall like full of like home photos, but it didn't work out that way. I only liked these photos that I have up there now, and then I was like, oh well, it needs to have like something else to like fill up the room. And then I find like this giant like bar, like juice bar kind of thing that's kind of old timey looking, and because I wanted to have all these browns against the blue, I thought, oh that's gonna be really nice. And I did leave it, but then I like went to the second floor and okay, I just passed it. So it's this. So once I got to the second floor, it was sticking up. It was sticking out onto the floor, so it just didn't work out. And I was trying really hard to avoid like doing the matchy kind of thing and having everything like on the right side I have a bookshelf and then like some vanity things kind of. Yeah, so I didn't want everything to look the same on each side, so that was just like, oh, I just wanted to match and that's it. But now we're working on the living room, and I don't really like this color within this house per se, but I wanted to put this color here because it's something that matched the color of the old home for the family. So I was like, oh, it would be really nice to just, keep making the living room this color because, we started off from the bottom, now we're here kind of thing. But yeah, so then I tried making things look a little more homey. So I started adding curtains places, and I really didn't know how to do this because I don't like that weird gap in the middle, but I also didn't want those ugly, well, they weren't ugly, they just weren't what I wanted to put here. Okay, but honestly, I think the living room was probably one of my favorite rooms to build for this house. I don't know why. It was kind of like, I ended up with this picture in my head that didn't come out right, but then I started filling up the space and I was like, oh, like I really like these colors together, and I really like these plants because it just reminded me something that my parents would do, and it just seemed really home-like, so I was like, okay, this is gonna work. Okay, so it's basically like it's gonna be about 3 o'clock, but it's 2:35, and our lights in my house, I'm recording in my living room, and the lights in my house flickered on and off like 3 times, and then the lights went out, and then you could hear the thing like flicker too. I don't know what it was, like the generator or whatever that thing is, but it flickered on and off with that, and then turned off, and I was in the pitch dark, but then I had this laptop on, so I had the light from that, and all of a sudden I was like, Mom! And then my brother comes down, and he's like, oh yeah, it's like the box or whatever from outside, because I could hear it, but it kind of like sucked. I was like, oh, this is really, really scary. But yeah, I found more questions. So it says, what is your sim inspiration? To be honest, my favorite, like what made me want to make videos was the Isle of Midnight Sun challenge. Like, I loved that challenge. I think I watched Gamer Margaret. I watched her entire series of it, and then I found Legit Kawaii, who is now Yanni, who does not make gaming videos anymore, but loved her. And then I found Deligracy, and Deligracy's Barbie, like, legacy challenge, I think it was, or like her Barbie Dreamhouse challenge, whatever that was. Her Barbie, LP was so much fun, and I was like, oh, I gotta make them. And also, Vixella, I watched her legacy challenge with Juliet, and then after that came out, like, I was like, okay, I have to start making videos again, because I started off making YouTube videos with my Sims 3 game, and that was really fun. I started an Isle of Midnight Sun challenge, and then after that I was like, okay, this gameplay is too difficult for my computer, it's not working on it, so then I switched from that to doing my Teen Wolf Create a Sim videos, and I loved it so much. Like, for some reason I did really well with the female characters, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be great, and like, this is something that I can do. And then, you know, like, The Sims 4 came out, and then my computer wasn't good enough for anything anymore. Like, not that it wasn't good enough, but it just wasn't working the way I wanted it to. So yeah, I have tons of ideas of casts, videos that I want to do, and like challenges. I'm just waiting to get a new computer so that I can actually do Let's Plays and more in-depth Create a Sim videos. So yeah, I think we're coming to the end of this video, so I just want to say thank you for watching and to sticking to this video. I know it's like 13 minutes long, but thanks for listening to me talk for 13 minutes, I guess, and I hope you're all having a good day wherever you are in the world.